Officers on the operation, which obviously is, as you rightly say, a significant amount of resources to put on.
Okay. And you have to draw all these officers from the different roles.
Yes, the officers on the operation today come from a number of boroughs across the FPS. Plus, obviously, we've got units that are specialised. For example, we've had mounted officers, we've had dog units here, and also TSG officers.
What was your expectations about the protest today? How many numbers and how much does it turn out to be?
Aspirationally, the SOE were hoping to get a number of 1,500 people here today, and I think in reality they probably had in the region of about 20 at any one time. Likewise with the United Against Fascism, they were hoping to get in the region of about 400. And I think there is a number of groups that have come together under that banner, and they probably got not far from their expected numbers.
Officer, one thing, these protests are very unique in protests because there are the people, those who are protesting, and there are people who are protesting anti-protest about it. What is this trend? I can't understand that.
I think it's about making sure that there is a balance, that people can have their freedom of expression, and I think that's all part of the diversity of the city that we're in, but also part of the democratic the rights of everyone to have their freedom of expression.
But don't you think that it is very dangerous? Like, okay, freedom of expression is okay. Everybody within the law can have a right to protest. Okay, one party like SIOF, they wanted to protest it. Okay, given permission to them. Okay, you do static protest. You don't have no problem with it. But another party who is opposing them, does it not make policing difficult for you?
It certainly makes events like this challenging. But one of the things that I would say in relation to it, the police should not be the censors of argument, and therefore, wherever possible, we will try and facilitate as many protests as we possibly can. And therefore, if you do have any organisation that come out and there wants to be a counter demonstration, then I think it would be a very dangerous way to go to try and ban or stop that counter protest, because that would be seen as censorship, but clearly is not a role of the police within a democracy.
Yeah, police is to policing, yes, but all the rest of the things, the rules and how it should be go, and that's about it. If you wanted to engage more community leaders and more political representatives into it.
Yeah, on this occasion, I think part of the success around today's operation was the fact that obviously there has been a huge amount of engagement on all sides for the people on this demonstration. And again, the other thing is, I think shouldn't be discounted here, is actually the community right across, obviously including the mosque, but the whole community of Harrow have come together and said that this is a local issue, this needs to be dealt with locally, and actually don't turn up today to confuse the issue. And I think that actually there's been some tremendous leadership within the community themselves in taking ownership of this.
Okay. Officer, how did you're coming to a conclusions, and has it gone all within the control?
Yeah, I think it's gone very much according to the plan, the tactical plan that was put together. I would say at the moment we would see this as been a successful operation.
Okay. And in the future, what would you like to give the messages? Because all those people, one is SIOF, they have been given enough opportunity, and then anti-fascists have been given enough opportunity. So what would you like to say to these people, like not to drag that local vicinity into the ongoing scenario?
Well, what I'd like to say is the fact that anyone who's looking to protest around what is clearly an emotional and emotive issue is that, from the protester side, to get engaged with the police and the local authorities early, because we can help facilitate that, and also that to approach, as I think has been seen here from the local community side, to approach it in a mature attitude and have a balanced view, and understand that although people might be offended by what's being said, doesn't necessarily make it an offence within law, that therefore things should be stopped or prohibited from taking place.
Yeah, Officer Harrow, what message would you like to give to our listeners and to the different communities?
Yeah, as I said, to re-emphasise is that if people do want to hold protests, that they do get engaged with the police at an early stage, to say what their intentions are, so that we can then help facilitate that freedom of expression. But also, more importantly, and I think that's really successful here, is then to manage the local communities who might be offended by that message that might be being delivered, and therefore there's an understanding that actually there is a right for that person to deliver that message, even if someone is offended from it.
ओके खातिन हज़रात, ये तो थे सुपरिटेंडेंट हार्थोन जो कि एक्सक्लूसिवली बात कर रहे थे वेस्ट साइड रिव्यू के लिए. थैंक यू वेरी मच.